Okay, it is 7:11 in the morning, if that means anything to you. Maybe you live near a 7-Eleven. Maybe you own a 7-Eleven. Maybe you've got some sort of fascination with numbers that you think. Let me tell you about numbers. Let's talk about 777. Number 777. Do you know how karmic that number is? Let's talk about 222s. And things like that. They're all dates, just in the end. They're all dates that things have happened, and normally they're karmic, shitty, nasty little things, right? Anyway, now, to the person that is planning a fire. You're planning a fire either at somebody's house that I know and that I love, or at my ex-partner's house, or my house, or the house where one of my children or my grandchildren will be staying or are staying. Listen to me. You may like the word Ebury, or you may live somewhere near a grove or something like that. I'm going to tell you once and for all. I'm not going to tell you once and for all. What I'm going to tell you, because you clearly don't listen to once and for all, so that's okay. What I'm going to tell you is this. I'm just about to tell the universe to bring as much hell onto you and their family that they choose to. If you even think about trying to start a fire in the home, around the home of anybody I love and care about. Okay? I must admit that this is getting shorter, trust me. The universe isn't going to have a big job with this one. Okay? Right? Now, you might not think that I have that much power. You might not think that the universe listens to me. But I'm just telling you now, if you lose everything you own in a fire, it's because you planned it on me. If you lose your life in a fire, it's because you planned it on my child or me or someone that I love. Oh, let me just stop and smell this rose. Isn't this beautiful? Look, snail. Hello, snail. Hang on. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? 222 timer. Is it snail? Why do they make snails? You know, God, I'd love to know. Why snails? I reckon they're spies. Because they can't have any feeling in there, surely. Why would something exist that we're all just going to stamp on? You know? Oh, wait, hang on. That's also me. Anyway. Oh my God, I've got a treat. There's a white one here as well. Look. Gorgeous. Oh, lovely. I actually think the theme here is roses, maybe. Maybe the theme here is roses. Maybe this is historical. You better hope this is historical. You better hope you don't live near a 7-Eleven. Now, I will be honest with you. I've only ever seen a 7-Eleven once. Once in my dream. And then a little while later, there was now, I'm sorry to say, I think it was the storms in Florida. Actually, I think it was there was a 7-Eleven there. I don't know what part of Florida. To be fair, not being funny, I don't care. Because what I've just been shown and told, oh dear, I'm telling you. You're still doing it. You're still doing that. You think, I'm going to open my... Here's what I'm going to do today now, right? Because you've done this. Because you're planning a fire at either my house, my ex's house, or somewhere where my children or grandchildren live. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some little tiny bits of paper. Right, and everywhere I go, I'm going to drop one of these bits of paper. And on these bits of paper, it's going to say, ever noticed that Marshall Mathers' eyes, when he belonged to D12, right, were blue? And ever noticed that now they are brown? That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start dropping them everywhere. I'm going to get copies. I'm going to pay, seeing as you're making me pay. Unfortunately, I will not be paying. What's this? 33033. See? Maybe you're a plasterer. Hang on, what else have we got here? Carpentry, plastering, bathrooms, tiling, plumbing and flooring. Maybe you're going to what? Use your job to try and set a fire. Okay. Well, good luck. What's this? What am I looking at here? Let's have a look on the floor here. Let's have a look. This is a peach ice. Hang on. you know what? If there's numbers on it, I don't actually care for you if there's numbers on it. 504, 505 on my timer. And 23 on the bin. That's my number. There's 23 there. That's my number as well. 505 is my number. 23 is my number. I'm warning you now. I feel very, very, very sorry for whoever you are. Okay? If you even attempt, because I think you already have. I think it also goes back to 2005. I think there was a fire in 2005. I'm looking at number 13. Happens to be green. You know, and what you've got to understand is sometimes people do things and you can't get revenge, okay? Because they were either too young to know what they were doing, or they were surrounded by a group of people, that encouraged them to do the wrong thing. Trust me, I'm living proof, right? When I was younger, my brother and my sister, they took me off because no one else would spend time with me, and my karmic mother, she wouldn't. And she just used to dump them on me because they were my childminders. We used to play on train tracks. I used to get pushed off walls. I was actually coerced into setting a fire that was huge. There's no record of his factory now. For saying that though, there's no record of who owned the two houses that we used to live in. There was, until I started asking questions. And then suddenly the details and the deeds are gone to these houses online. Probably because of the way my karmic mother got hold of these houses, the dirty, nasty witch. It's very easy to turn your life around. You know, it's very easy not to be. All you do is you have a look at how you've been treated when you were a child, and you make a promise to yourself never to make anyone feel like that, like your childhood made you feel. That's all it is. Okay, it's to love the world. It's to understand that copying people's behaviour is not the right thing to do. Following in the karmic's footsteps is not the right thing to do, because we are here to safeguard. We are here to safeguard our home, right? Which is our planet. 722, then 723 on my timer, which is our planet. Okay? That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn, not from our own mistakes, from our parents' mistakes, from my siblings' mistakes. I had rules because my siblings used to break theirs. I had more rules. And my poor brother Daniel, bless his soul. I mean, to be fair, Daniel just got everything he wanted growing up to keep him quiet. My little brother, bless him, destroyed, absolutely destroyed, to the point that when his dad isn't, he's not my dad, he was my stepdad, but when he died, my poor brother didn't know what the fuck to do. He didn't know how to pay a bill, he didn't know how to do anything, because it had all been done for him, to keep him quiet, to try and pacify and cover over what the fuck had been done when he was younger, you know, but mainly just to shut him up, really and truly. It doesn't work like that. You can't be like that. You know, but I know whoever you are, you little fire starter. They call me the fire marshal. Do they? Even still, the question still remains. And because you're planning this, after what I've said yesterday, I am just about to tell the universe what I think about this. And let me tell you, we could be brother and sister. We could be father and daughter. We could be fucking whatever you want us to be, in your little minds or in mine or in the actual truth. I will still take you on, child. I will still love you. I will still worry about you. But I will still happily, spiritually take you the fuck on. I mean it. I mean it. Because what you're still doing, you're still not learning what we're on. 9, 10, 9, 11. Yeah, 9, 11. Yeah, you're still not learning, are you? You're still not learning, are you? Heal. For God's sake. Because I'm not going to be the one that Googles all about Marshall very soon. So you better change those photos online and quick. Oh, by the way, I might actually put a little... I might spend a bit of time on this bit of paper. I might give you guys a couple of days to change your mind. Because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get maybe a whole poster printed of Marshall's blue eyes. And then a picture of Eminem's brown eyes, and then underneath, where are Marshall's blue eyes? And I might start putting posters up, okay? I might start putting posters up. You are not going to do this to me. You're either going to answer the question, okay, and someone's going to come out with the truth, and the truth about me, where I really come from, who I really belong to, who my brother really is, who my father really was, what my dickhead mum really did to the neighbour, and what the dickhead neighbour really did to me. By the way, dickhead neighbour, I don't think you're a dickhead neighbour. No way. I don't think you're a dickhead neighbour. We were all kids, right? We were all kids. We all had no choice in who was raising us. It wasn't our fault. It wasn't our fault. The same as February 2005 was not a certain person's fault. Not really. Not really. You lot have got to learn to let it go. You really do. You know, this is not the way around it. But this is the way you're wanting to go around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a poster today. It's such a shame. It's such a shame that I've got to start doing this. And it won't be me. It won't be me that starts Googling it. It's everyone that sees that poster and goes, hang on a minute, that's a bit right. And very soon, you're going to have a viral issue. And I don't mean in your blood. I mean, that online will one day be flooded with, where is Marshall's eyes? Where are they? Where are they? Okay? So this is for whoever is planning some nasty, dirty little fire against me, my family, or someone that I love. Okay? They don't have to love me for me to love them. You don't have to love me for me to love you. The more you hate me, the more I want to love you. You know. I mean, I don't anymore. I don't. I do it silently now because I'm busy. I'm actually busy. I've got shit to do. Okay, I've got a very hectic couple of weeks ahead of me. And no, you still won't force me back onto what you're trying to get me back onto. I'm very happy, thank you, not being on certain things. And by the way, to the man, that thinks it's okay to lie about his life, to lie about who he is, to hide shit down and hold shit in, stuff like that. You had the barefaced audacity to judge me, because I was on something. But you didn't give a fuck when it was keeping you safe, did you? I know a certain leader that didn't give a fuck what I was taking when it was helping to send him energy. Yeah, no one gave a fuck then, did they? No. Wow, don't worry. I've had more than enough time to consider who you really are in your cause and who I really am in mine. And when I say cause, I'm not really sure we mean the same thing when I say the word cause. You know, there's a core of a person and there's a person's cause. Now, it's the last time I'm going to mention this fire. Keep away from people I love. Keep away from their houses. If you don't want to come to me and don't want to talk to me and don't want to heal and let me help you heal, you keep your grubby little fiery fingers off of the people and the places that I care about. Okay, I don't want to hurt you. And I don't care who you are. I will if I have to. I mean, I won't, you understand. The universe will do that for me. I never lift a finger on anyone. I just tell you shit. I've told you about all the planes. They happened. It's just then I didn't know what I was saying. When I pick up a knife and I start dancing with the knife, I don't realise at the time why I'm channeling, what I'm channeling. But now I do. Now I know what I can do. Now I know all I have to do is picture maybe, I don't know, Hollywood or this or that. I just get a thought in my mind, especially if all I've had is cucumber. I don't even have to fast anymore. Keep your fires away from the people I love, please. Because whoever you are, I probably love you too. And I don't want you to get hurt. But child, you will. Why couldn't you just come to me instead and had a game of fucking pool and a glass of whiskey and chatted it out in private? Why couldn't you have just done that? Why do you have to have it this way? You're not watching me struggle anymore. I'm not struggling. I mean, I'm struggling, but I'm not crying through it, right? I don't give a fuck about it. I'm enjoying the struggle now. And sadly, you're going to make everyone else enjoy yours. Because when something happens to you for planning something to me, you're feeding other people. You know that, right? Would you want to be a feeder for? I don't want to be a feeder for. Oh my God. Like I said, brother, sister, father, daughter, cousin, nephew, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You could be my husband, right? Oh, no, actually, no, you couldn't, because that would be slightly different. The rules are slightly different. But I don't have a husband. You've made it so that I think I don't have a father or a brother, when I know exactly who my father and my brother were / are. Question is, do you?